What's up? Never done this before. It's kind of weird talking to a camera. Well, I guess there's people on the other end somewhere. But separation of time between here and now and then, because as I'm actually recording this, nobody is watching it. That's not possible, because how could someone be watching this as I'm recording it? I don't know. But basically, I'm making this video as a part of a video blogging series, kind of just where I guess I talk to the camera about life and, well, my life from my perspective, and share whatever it is I'm going through my journey, I guess. I don't know. Towards enlightenment, towards moksha, liberation, what have you. I hope I'm speaking loud enough. I don't have a very loud voice. But basically, right now the time is 2:26, and that's the time I woke up today. Like, I just woke up like 20 minutes ago and had some cold breakfast that my mom had made in the morning for me. And yeah, I don't know why I woke up so late. Like, didn't even go to sleep that late. I went to sleep at like midnight. Got like more than 12 hours of sleep. You know, I think I'm addicted to lucid dreaming. Like, I read this book on lucid dreaming a few weeks ago called Exploring the World of Lucid Dreaming, and ever since then it's like, whoa, dreaming, like I can do whatever I want. Like, I've been way more conscious in my dreams, to the point where I remember every single minute detail, like the text that was on the wall and like the words there, and like it's like I'm living more in the dream world than I am in real life. Like, in the dream world, I'm on my way to buying a house, and you know, at the age of 20, you know, buying my own house. But in the real world, I'm still living with my parents, sleeping in the same bunk bed from like when I was 10. That hardly even fits my legs anymore. And, you know, like, not going to college anymore. I've left university because I'm so convinced that like I need to start studying the universe I see rather than at the university. I don't know. I don't know what the point of this video actually is. I guess I just wanted to talk, say some words, and yeah. Peace. Oh yeah, so here are the books I've been reading recently. This is the one I was talking about. It's called Exploring the World of Lucid Dreaming, and it's been pretty good. Like, I guess, hold on. I'm trying to set this up right here. It's too zoomed in, maybe. I don't know if it's good enough. Okay, whatever. Anyways, yeah, so that's the book. It's by Stephen LaBerge. He's got a PhD in something, I don't know what, and Howard Rheingold. It was cool. My dad actually helped like translate one of these or something into French. And the first time I lucid dreamed, my dad was in it, and he was just like looking at me like, I don't know, like he knew. But it was crazy. Like, I remember how I realized I was dreaming. I was like, I was looking at my hands, and like they just looked so weird that it was like similar to like if you have ever done like a hallucinogen, like if you ever done like LSD or something, and you look at your hands. It was like similar to that sort of feeling, except in my dream, and I saw my hands, and I was like, whoa. This isn't the real material world. I'm in like dream world right now. I was like, that means I can do anything. And I've always been like really concerned in like matters of spirit and like trying to like further what I know about consciousness. So the first thing I wanted to better myself, like solve any sort of unresolved emotional issues that I have within me that like have been preventing me from being myself to fullest of my potential. So I had that thought, and as soon as I had that, and I looked up from my hands, I see this huge, like, metal door, like, just appear in front of me, like a vault type with, like, huge, like, circular thingamajiggies, and, like, it was, I had to open this door, and I was like, this was the door into, like, a room in my own self, like, it was, like, in my own consciousness, in my own mind, spirit, what have you, and I opened the door, and it was heavy, so, like, I guess that denotes, like, this is, like, something really heavy that I had to deal with, and I pulled it open, and then there was just a bunch of, like, secretary ladies that were, like, they all looked the same, like, every single one was, like, the same exact, it was kind of like in Pokemon, you know, like, all the nurses are the same, it was like that, except with, like, secretaries, and they all, like, all looked exactly the same, glasses and, like, same outfit, and they're all doing different stuff, like laptops, some were like writing notes, some were like making coffee or something, I don't know. And then I go to the one at the desk, and she looks at me, and I'm like, I'm freaking out at this point in my dream, because I've never, like, because it feels like how you feel right now, like, it feels like real life, like, how I feel right now is how I felt in that dream, except everything's, like, all dreamlike and magical, that it was, like, pretty, like, trippy, to say the least, and, so as I'm freaking out, I'm like, I run up to the lady at the desk, I'm like, hey, I just got here, like, I don't know what to do, like, I'm new to this whole, like, dream awake thing, but, like, I feel like I have to fix something, can you help me out? And she's like, alright, calm down, hi, my name is something, I can't remember her name for some reason, but she said, hi, my name is blah blah, and she offered me her hand, so I could shake her hand, and then when I went in to grab her hand turned into my dad's hand. And then I looked up, and then her face started slowly turning into my dad's face, and then I, like, was like, oh no, and I started freaking out, and I woke up, like, really quick, and then I was in my bed, and at this point I was really confused, because I'd never felt, like, the true, like, power of being completely conscious in your dream state, so when I woke up, I felt the same, so I was, like, really not sure if I was still in the dream, or if it was real life. So I get up out of my bed, and then I do what I usually do, because my phone's always by my desk. I click on the phone to look at the time, but the screen is like, way, like, it doesn't even look real, like, the lights are all messed up, and everything's like, morphing into each other, and I was like, okay, that's not how phones are supposed to look. I must still be dreaming. So I, like, realized I'm still dreaming. I'm like, what do I do? And I was just, like, in my room, and I was walking around, looking at everything. I was like, everything looks like how it normally looks when I'm awake. And then I walk into the living room and I see my dad, but there's like two of them. One of them sitting on the couch, the other one's on the computer, looking at videos of like a Indian Baba with this afro, and he's just laughing. And then he looks at me, and then he says to me, boy, he doesn't say anything. It was more like a look in his eyes where he just had this like smile, like that. And then I woke up, and then I knew I was really awake. And then I turned to the side of my desk where I keep my phone, and then I just see the book that I had been reading the night before, and I was like, wow. Dang. That was my introduction into exploring the world of lucid dreaming, and it was pretty wild. That was maybe even a month ago by now, and ever since then I've been, like, addicted to dreaming. It's like a weird addiction to have, but, like, I love it. Like, it's like a thrill. Like, just going around the dream world, and, like, it's wild. Like, it's just imagine, like, being, like, almost at the status of a god in the real world, where you could like create, you could manifest things at like a second. Just boom. I mean, it does get weird at times because as human beings, I guess we all have like odd desires, and that's shitty. But like at our core, you know, like we want to really explore who we are and our identities and our purpose on Earth and things like that, and you know, exploring the universe and the stars, and that's really what I would like to do with lucid dreaming. But like, I don't know. Yeah.